So Neymar has answered the question a lot of us have been asking, and he's probably broken a lot of Real Madrid supporters' hearts in saying that he is staying at PSG. Shaka Hislop here with me for this one. Shaka, what do you make of, I guess, this decision? Was this the right one for Neymar? Do you think he should have possibly considered the Real Madrid move, considering Kylian Mbappe is probably going to be the big man on campus at PSG now after the World Cup he had?
Yeah, I think his standing in the world game as the heir to Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo has been threatened for the first time, certainly in the last 18 months or so, maybe even longer than that, by Kylian Mbappe, his emergence not just with PSG but more to the point with the French national team, and then winning the World Cup. But at the same time, whether Neymar was going to move to Real Madrid, I don't think it was entirely his decision. PSG invested a lot in Neymar, and it took a lot for them to pry him away from Barcelona, and I know that Neymar had a lot to do with it. He felt it was the right time to make that move. And now, given where PSG are in their own project, so to speak, in building this team out to not just compete in, but to win the Champions League, to allow Neymar, 12 months after he manufactured this move from Barcelona to PSG, to allow Neymar to now manufacture a move away from Paris, I think is a huge dent in the credibility of PSG and all they've tried to do and the manner they've established themselves since Middle Eastern money took over and this project were launched. So as a result, just as a matter of perceptions, they couldn't allow Neymar to leave. The challenge now, as you mentioned though, Alexis, is that with the emergence of Kylian Mbappe and people like me, I continue to say that after his performance this summer, if I were Florentino Perez, I would be having a serious look at Kylian Mbappe over Neymar.
Do you think that's eventually what the case is going to become?
I think it may very well be. Now, the thing for me is, Neymar is an incredible talent.
Yeah.
And just in terms of how good he is with the ball, I'm not sure that Kylian Mbappe is as good on the ball as Neymar. But what we've seen from Kylian Mbappe over the last 12 months, like with PSG and with France, is that team is more important. Yeah. He contributes to the team. And we've spoken about this, and I've mentioned to you the 15+ minutes that Neymar spent on the floor in an attempt to be the focus of an incredibly talented Brazilian team. You can't have a player, regardless of how good he is, regardless of how good he is on the ball, being the focus. This game has been and always will be about the team. And if Neymar takes away from that, and I think he did this summer, if Neymar takes away from that, I don't care how good he is on the ball. It's not a piece to your puzzle. And as a result, if you've got all the money in the world and you've got one player and one player only to pick, you are going to go with the player who teams his focus. So unless we see something from Neymar over the next 12 months that suggests that he has kind of woken up to that reality, I think Mbappe will be more and more on people's radars than Neymar.
All right, thanks so much to Shaka Hislop for that one. Ooh, the Ligue 1 is going to be very interesting, or specifically all of the PSG games this upcoming season with Neymar and Mbappe. We'll see exactly who does better for themselves right here at ESPN FC.